Om Shanti, Shanti. Good evening, and today our topic is rising above laziness. In laziness, we don't want to do anything. How can we rise above? Right. So, laziness is unwillingness to do something, right? We don't want to do something, and then we are labeled as lazy. And now there could be many reasons for that. If I know the reason, then I can find the solution. So there could be many reasons. One is there could be physical reasons, medical reasons, which is, we in today's day and age, we get them evaluated pretty quickly. And most of the times, if they are there is solution and we feel better, physically less fatigued, and we have energy to do stuff. But a lot of times, it is not a medical reason. We go and get everything checked, and then we cannot figure out why we are fatigued or why we do not have the energy to do something. And what is the reason for that? Why we feel we are drained, we are heavy, we don't have energy to do anything. And at that time, if we have a number of tasks to do, what we do, we keep on postponing it. Okay, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it day after. So what really is needed at that time? Everyone is trying. We cannot say, everyone is trying every single day to be happy. Everyone is trying. So then where is the difference? Why some are able to do more and why some are not able to do more in any given situation? Where is the difference? So the very basic thing is self-love. Now, how is self-love connected to laziness? When I have love for the self, for my own self, I'll do something. I will do something for my good. And love for self is not that I will take a vacation, I will go take a break, I need a longer weekend, or I need a break, I need to be away from this person. That is not love for self. That is just a temporary. Because if it is something really empowering, then if I take a vacation and I come back to work, I should be looking forward to work. I should not be afraid or I should not be reluctant that, oh, I have to go to work again, right? Because if really vacation, temporary fix, yes. Permanent fix, no. So if it's really something, if I have true love for myself and I know what I need to do, I should do something that really improves or strengthens myself, empowers myself. And how would I know what that is? And if something is really empowering me, then I should have more strength, more stability to come and solve those problems when I come back. And how can I have that? How can I have a break? How can I have something where I become more strengthened? In the first place, how did I become heavy? Why did I feel it is stressful? Now, two people do a job, maybe some task that is given, A and B. A will do the task, and at the end, task is done very nicely, perfectly, 10 out of 10. B also does the same thing, task is done very nicely, 10 out of 10. But what A did is, A was constantly focused on outcome, that my task needs to be 10 out of 10, and I have to do that. And B focused on that I need to enjoy, what else can I do? There is some creativity, how about we try this? There is some experimentation, there is some errors, and then whatever the outcome, 10 out of 10. So outside, both got 10 out of 10. Now, if they both have to do that task again, what will A feel? A will feel it's a lot of work. Let me think, I need to take a break. And what will B think? B will think it was enjoyable, I liked it, and I want to do it again. So what held more importance? Not the outcome, but the way it was done. So when I do something, do I do something Monday to Friday, I need to work and I only wait for the weekend? then Monday to Friday is a longer time than the weekend. So what am I doing? If I just wait for a time, I sit for meditation, maybe an hour or 2 hours, what am I doing the majority of time? So whatever I do in the majority of the time and how I'm feeling in that will decide how I feel and what is my probability of doing it again. If I feel heavy during that task, second time I am not going to do it. I'm going to say, can you find somebody else to do it? It's too much work for me, right? So how do I make that task enjoyable? How do I make the journey better? And that can only happen if my focus is my own improvement. My focus is not on a certain outcome that people will like. My focus is not on let me take care of these people. My focus is not on why these people or these things are there in my life. My focus is not on when time gets better, then I will do it. When this is not there, then I will do it. Right now, my condition is not right because of a big reason in my mind. That is why I'm lacking. And I give this excuse. This is the reason. And when I hold on to that reason, I'm myself putting it as a block. And I won't be able to go ahead of that. So what I need to do is there will be, what happens in procrastination. In general, procrastination is there scientifically or in the general world, we will see that when we postpone something, I'll do it tomorrow. Why? Because today I have too much work. And why they say, why one does that? Because it is not that the person does not have the intention of doing that task. Why someone is procrastinating? Because they feel very overwhelmed, that it's a lot of work. And for now, if I can just take some break, I will feel better. But spiritually, you know what spirituality teaches? That what happens in procrastination, what happens is that first of all, when we are procrastinating, there is a phase of feeling okay. And what is that phase? When I did that, I'll do it later. And what am I doing with my time then? I am distracted. I'm doing something else and I'm feeling okay. And what that something else would be? Phone. Biggest distraction. I will pick up my phone, I'll watch something. And it's giving me a false feeling that I'm doing something good. Even if I'm watching something good, it's giving me a false satisfaction that I'm doing something good. One. Two, while watching something good, I can go to other 10 things, and by the time I see my hour is gone, 2 hours is gone, and then I don't have the time to do what I really had to do because I postponed it. So in that 1 hour, whether it's a distraction by phone, whether it's a distraction by I go out and talk to somebody, whether it's a distraction of doing something totally different, whatever distraction I may choose to do, in that time of distraction, the next step is followed by weakness. It's called, the first phase is I'm away from my goal, right? How it comes in a way that I am not able to assess that this is not the right thing. I'm thinking I'm watching something good on the phone, it is supposed to be good, but I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. If I have an exam, I'm doing something on the phone, I'm only discussing about my whatever I need to discuss, so it's a good thing. It's a false what do you call, a false alarm, a false recognition that okay, so everything is good. After that, it is followed by weakness within ourselves, because when I lose that time to do it, the next time I think I'm going to have more strength, actually what happens is I have less strength, right? If I have an exam and instead of studying, just a simple exam, instead of studying, I watch TV. TV is very attractive and I watch TV. After that, 2 hours later, how will I feel to study? I will be more stressed. I will be, one, because I have not studied. Two, I will now have a burden that I wasted that time. So anytime I'm postponing, in that moment, the first thing is my company of my mind changes. So I am not aware of that. And there is a phase. This phase could be an hour. This phase could be 1 month. This phase could be 2 years. However long I may think that I want to avoid it. So this is the recognition where I see, okay, this is not going to work. It will only make me weaker. And the next time, if I think I will do this at this time, I will have less strength. One. So this is about not having self-love. So what is self-love? So if self-love is not going on vacation, going on vacation is a good thing. We spend time with family. But self-love truly means that self-improvement. I am focusing for my own self-improvement. Improvement in terms of my emotions and my feelings. Those are the most important thing for myself. If my emotions are not okay, if I am not happy and I'm still continuing to do something, oh, I have to do it, I don't have a choice. No, I have a choice. So for my own mind, I have a choice. This is the biggest myth we think, that we don't have a choice. I have to do this. So how I feel about something is going to decide how, when in that journey, how will that continue and what will that outcome be. So one is self-love. Then is when we procrastinate. Procrastination is also not looking at something, not knowing that is there. Procrastination is so, it's not like we don't know how important something is, but procrastination works in a way that I am not able to handle that situation. I feel I don't have enough strength to take care of it right now. Let me put it on the back burner. And why do I feel I don't have the resource or the strength to take care of it? Because I probably don't. If we need rest, right? We say I need a break. Who needs a break? The body, okay. I take rest. Still, next day when I go, I still feel that I need a break. So who is it that actually needs a break or actually needs rest? It is not the body. It's the mind, the soul that needs the rest. And what is rest for the soul? What is rest for the soul? Silence, right? Silence of the mind. And silence doesn't have to be I stop all my thoughts and sit. Silence could be an easy and enjoyable process where I guide my thoughts, when the thoughts are less, when concentration increases, that's when I will have power. Very good example, and actually a very perfect example, when the computer or the phone becomes slow, multiple apps are open, it becomes slow, multiple apps are open, then we first close all the apps, right? We say, okay, let's close this, so it stops wasting energy. But even if we stop wasting the energy, it still needs some recharging. If we put it away for an hour, yes, I'm not using the energy. It will last a little longer, but it's still not getting empowered. It's still not getting charged. So that's exactly what is happening when I take a physical break. When I take a break out from outside, I don't want to see that person. I don't want a lot of work. Let me just be away from work. So I'm taking a break, but I'm not charging myself. And what charging is meditation, right? Without meditation, knowledge is there everywhere. We open ChatGPT, Google, all the knowledge is there. We do convert it into wisdom by bringing it into our life. We do it. But how will that power come is only through meditation. And for meditation, even before doing meditation, I have to have self-love. I have to have compassion for myself, that, okay, I'm not, if I cover it up that everything is fine, I'm doing okay, I'm able to handle it, I postponed it, or it is too much, or blame it on outside, look what my situation is, look what these people are doing to me, look how they are behaving with me, look, everybody is just putting all the work on me. This is all going outside. this. Whenever I go outside, I am losing myself. I am not having self love. So for self love, I understand I have a scope. Where do I need to put attention? Where do I need to focus? Now, so it's really not laziness. It's really a matter of not being able to give time to myself, not being able to recharge myself. Once I'm able to do that, then I can reorganize my thoughts. I can reorganize, okay, what I need to be doing. I need courage. Hmm? When we are lazy, what happens? We lose hope. I tried 5 times, I tried 6 times, not able to do it. It's okay, I'm not going to be able to do it. Let it be. Or the other way around. I look at my past success and I hold on to that past success and I sit and I think I can do it in a minute. Oh, this is not a big deal. I'm not able to do it right now, but if need be, I can do it. Because I'm holding on to some sort of past success and I'm actually overconfident. I'm thinking when it is there, this is really not a big deal. I can do it. Right? So both ways it could go. Now, if I am not having a lot of, see what scientifically or medically, if we see what happens when someone's lazy is there's lack of dopamine. ADHD, depression, all these things, there's lack of dopamine. And dopamine is a hormone, is a motivation hormone, we can say, or a hormone. So how to increase that dopamine? Or everything that we have to do is to increase that hormone. If we take a medication, we increase that hormone and we feel better. So what I do is for dopamine is it is connected with zeal and enthusiasm, right? The more I'm able to have some sort of, how does enthusiasm come? Think about it. When we are with friends, let's do this. So we are not doing something again, we're doing something exciting. Let's do this, right? So if I don't have friends, if I don't have that kind of environment, can I do that every day? Can I find something new? It could be at an internal level. Outside level is okay, fine. But if I have a challenge internally, okay, let me try this. Not trying the same thing over and over again. What do we do with friends? We are very creative. Let's try this. Let's do this. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, let's try this. And we'll try everything. We won't go by rules. We won't go by anything. We'll try it, right? And we will find that, okay, this works. Like that's how so many times inventions are made, because we are open to trying, experimenting. In a similar way, in my life, I should try. I should not be fixated with this is how it is. This is how this person achieved it. This is the way for me too. I could try in that under that same guidelines, ethically, not like we have to go unethical, but under those same umbrella or guidelines, we could have so much of experimentation we could do, which we don't do. And the third thing is time. We all know time is our biggest asset. So what do we do with time? We feel because it is my biggest asset, I have a lot of time. Everybody will say time is your biggest asset. Time, everybody has time. 24 hours, everybody has time. But how is time an asset? Time is an asset only in the present tense. Time is not an asset for future. Can we rely on time for future? What will happen tomorrow? My time is an asset. Tomorrow's day is my asset. Can we say that? No. It is only the present moment is my asset for time. But what we do, because we know that time has so much power, we rely on it for future. Okay, when this will happen, tomorrow, this is a good time. This weekend is a good time for me to do this. This month, that when this comes, I will do this. So I am relying on something which is the most unpredictable. It is only an asset when it is in the present moment. So what am I doing now? Time is a very big asset. Time is, for me, time is working in our favor, right? Only if we are using it the right way in the present moment, not for the future, right now. The moment I say, I'll do it later is not. And that's why there are so many sayings for time: now or never, right? If you want to do something, do what is the best time to do now, or take the first step now. So everything about time is for this moment. And it doesn't have to be a big thing. It doesn't have to be that if I start now, I have to start very big way. Even, they say, and studies have shown that also, that if we start something, however little it may be, as long as we start. And Newton's first law: thing in motion remains in motion, and anything that is not static will remain static until and unless an outside force is there. So what is that outside force? That is my internal force. That is my internal drive that let me take this step. And it does not have to be a big step. The more I have self-love, the more I have wisdom. What does self-love mean for me? What is beneficial for me? The more I will have the courage to do what I need to do. If I am clueless about what my purpose is, if I'm clueless about I don't care about my own self, my entire goal is outside. This person should be okay. This thing in my life should be okay. I need to handle this thing. Responsibility is good, because responsibility will also make me active. It will take me away from laziness. Moms are never lazy. Have you ever seen a mom that is lazy? Moms are always 11 p.m. You ask something, they will get up and cook something. How come they are not lazy? How come the same women who becomes a mom was one time lazy, and as soon as she becomes a mom, she's not lazy? Right? Once, because they have responsibility. If they have a responsibility of a little child, they know someone's relying on me. So I cannot be lazy, even if they might be having body ache, whatever they might be having. But a sense of responsibility makes us free from laziness. If I feel I don't have any responsibility, I let people do whatever I have. How can I not have a response? Even if I don't have a family that I need to take care of, still the fact that I'm here to solve a purpose. So I do have a major responsibility. Otherwise, why would I be here? There has to be a purpose that I need to fulfill. So if my responsibility, the more I am aware of my responsibility, the more I work towards it. But it's the lack of understanding, right? So anything in life, any problem can be solved by two things: understanding and meditation, right? Meditation will give me power, because if sometimes I know what I need to do, but I don't have the power, doing meditation will help. And then, but if I'm only doing meditation, quietening my mind, but my understanding is really not there, then also it wouldn't work, because I'm doing all the hard work, I'm doing the meditation, but at the same time, understanding is not there. So both are important, but still, for something where laziness is there, meditation is more important, because it is linked with depression, it's linked with ADHD, and all these things. There is anxiety. The number of thoughts that we are having is way too much. And when we try to do an understanding, it won't even enter, because the speed of the thoughts is so high. So yes, listening to good things will help, but there has to be a practice of meditation with which the quietening happens. If we take medications for all these things, but how many actually try? And it will be more difficult. If somebody has anxiety, somebody has ADHD, it is going to be more difficult to concentrate and do meditation. But is it doable? Yes, it's doable. If someone else can do it, I can do it too. It is doable. How hard can it be? If there is a method, somebody is there to teach me, somebody is telling me it is easy. So if it is there, I can at least try. And when I try, that itself is that I am moving away from laziness, because of the fact that I'm trying. But when I quit trying, when I feel not doing anything, or this is over, I have no strength to do it. And we actually say it also. I have no strength, I have no energy. Where there's one Dadi or senior Raj Yogi, she used to say always, never ever in your dream also say anything bad about yourself. It's know yourself, know what is the weakness. It's not like we always say good things or be arrogant about it, but never say any bad thing about yourself. And how many times we say that? Oh, I'm like this, I always do this, I always. No, because words have direct effect on our own mind. So every single word we speak has a direct effect on my mind. And now I'm speaking about myself, and now 10 people are also thinking like that about me. So say, if I want to say positive things, or else, there is, have a relationship with God, right? There something where it's not, I'm not putting it in a way to point my weakness. I'm putting it in a way to get some advice. Then it will work. So my relationship with time, if that improves, then I'm able to overcome that laziness. My relationship with myself, if that improves, as long as my focus is on my own emotions, my own feelings, laziness improves. And doing little at a time. We become overwhelmed. Oh, it's too much for me. So do little. The bigger goals are not achieved by doing bigger things. They are by little habits multiple times throughout the day for everyone. So do little, but as long as we are doing, not having a big goal. We all keep a big goal. We all know, think big, have a big goal. And it's good to have, definitely 100% good to have a big goal. But the journey for the bigger goal is smaller steps. Smaller steps, because in Japan there is a method also, right? It's a 1 or 2 minute method. You do something, you promise, you cannot go to the gym, you promise that I'll do it for, I think it's 1 or 2 minutes. You say, I'll only do it for this much time, and you actually try it. You will feel that when you try to do it, it's never 1 to 2 minutes, but you're actually happy that you stepped up and you did something. So just having smaller goals, that I will just do it, and not thinking of something as that this endpoint will come, and this endpoint I will do it at that. Like the journey or the endpoint, like, okay, this during my meditation time, I will quieten my mind. Okay, what about the whole day? That is majority of the time. So that way I have to work. During my evening time, I will rest. What about the work hours? Those are majority. 8 hours we spend at work every day. So that is out of 24 hours, 8 hours I sleep. If 3-4 hours I get ready. So that's my majority of time. What is the quality of my life during that time? If it's stressful, if it's heavy, I cannot, that should be the one that is lighter. And how to make it lighter? Simple. Take breaks, little things, do small steps, and enjoy at every moment. If I am enjoying my task, I have an internal goal, then only I'm able to feel lighter. And meditation practice is a must. Because it is the fatigue of the mind, right? If there's nothing medically, we know it's fatigue of the mind. So how will the fatigue of mind go? So we'll do meditation practice right now. Om Shanti. I am the creator of my thoughts, my emotions, and my feelings. My thoughts, my emotions are my responsibility. And they are my first responsibility. First duty is towards my own self. I realize that I've tried hard in my life. I have done everything possible, and yet, somewhere, somehow, I feel fatigued, and I want to feel refreshed, recharged, and happy. I as a responsible creator choose to rest my mind. The mind feels rested when I, the soul, am stable in my true form. I, a tiny point of light, the soul, am a peaceful soul. Peace is my true nature. I connect through my thoughts with my eternal parent, ocean of peace. A never-ending, unlimited amount of peace. True peace that is flowing from my parent, who is also a point of light. And as a child, all that peace is mine. I receive true peace from the eternal source. in this silence. I feel rested. I feel comforted. I feel as if this is what I needed. I never want to leave this feeling of peace. It feels blissful. In this space, I feel refreshed. My power to solve problems increases with this peace. My creativity increases, so I'm able to see things differently. My enthusiasm for life increases as I feel full. Everything seems possible with this power of peace. My eternal parent, the source of peace, is available for me 24/7. I just need to tap within. Have love for my own self. Love for self-improvement. Love for becoming better. And now I have that chance fully. Because this present moment gives me every possible thing. In which I can recharge and reshape my perceptions, my beliefs. I make sure a temporary happy phase does not distract me from my internal attention. It is not selfish, but it's needed to take care of my emotions the right way. Because true wisdom has power. Power to guide me on the true path where I empower myself. And compared to a minute before, a day before, I have more power. And more enthusiasm. To move in my life. With my open-mindedness, holding on to my values in life, with faith and with courage, move on at every step, bringing hope, newness, and creativity. Om Shanti. Shanti. Any questions?
Sister, I think it was called the Kaizen method, the Japanese method that allows you to tackle big problems in incremental steps.
Thank you. Okay. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
Beautiful,
Thank you.
wonderful meditation. Thank you.
Thank you, sister.
Om Shanti.